I'm Reggie Dulaney with Panthro Fitness.
And I'm Mike Ricchiuto with Physical Therapy Now.
Most people sit at their desk for 40 hours a week, possibly 50 hours, for most jobs now. And a big thing that I see are a lot of back issues, posture issues, because you spend all your time at your desk typing, or even after you're away from your desk on your phone, texting, typing, looking at Facebook or whatever, driving, you're here. Very rare do you get an opportunity to have your posture pulled back. So one of the things that we want to do is show you some exercises that you can do at work that kind of help your posture out, that kind of counteract and contradict some of the forward motion that you have during the day.
Yeah, it's crazy. We don't even think about what we do at work. And, the muscles of posture, the erector spinae muscles, the muscles in your back, they respond actually to an active process. So if we're forward and we're actually resting on ligaments. We're actually not activating the muscles of posture. So that's where it gets us into trouble. Shoulder problems, neck problems, lower back problems. We actually have to be sitting in proper posture. I know my mom always told me to do this, get up and actually put your shoulders back, put your head up. But here's the problem. You have to do that actively. So are you always going to be like this at your desk? That's just not going to happen. At first, it's not going to happen. But you can train those muscles to have more endurance. And when you do that, what I always tell people, get into that good posture, right? And then relax, let it loose, because you have to. Your muscles get tired. Go back up into it. If you're working at 8 hours a day, you're going to want to pull yourself up to it and then relax, set a timer. Start training those muscles. Then 6 to 8 weeks later, we know this from science, we have an involuntary response of our brain telling our muscles to get up into that position. So then you don't have to think about it so much.
Right. Right. The hard part is, when you're at your desk and trying to create a situation where you want to put a little stress on, your back and your shoulders to create a scenario where you pulled your posture forward and you pulled your shoulders back. You need some equipment. There's really no way to create a pull movement without having something. And you see that I have in my hand, it's just tubing. All it is, I think you can get this for $10 at Dick's. It's just one tube, but you can use this for a lot of things, and I'm going to show you, what to use it for. So it's a great tool to use when you're in the office, or if you're traveling, when you're in a hotel room, you've been sitting in a conference room all day.
That's right. There's really no excuse not to have a piece of equipment with you that you can take on a plane. You can take to that next, trip that you have to go on. And a lot of times you don't even need some of the equipment to do certain things, but to do everything, you need some equipment. Right. So let's go through a couple exercises, Reggie. Show our audience, whoever's listening, some of the things that we can do.
Okay. All right. One of the big things that I see, and are the shoulders that end up like this because of the posture. So one thing that you can do is just take this band. You're essentially trying to stretch it across your chest. Okay. So if you watch, I'm just pulling this band apart, like I'm just trying to break it apart. And it's actually, I'll feel it all through my back, all through my upper traps, which are up here, rhomboids, which are down the back. And I kind of got a little bit of a spinal adjustment. It felt really good because it forced me, you see my chest? It kind of sticks out. It comes out automatically when I pull apart. Now, to make it a little easier, I take my hands and I spread them apart a little further, and then I pull. Okay? So you can, once you get really good at it, really strong, you put your hands closer. So you have this one band, but you have varying levels of resistance. So that's one thing.
Excellent. Like Reggie was saying, counteracting all of those muscles that come forward. So we see a lot of people who will go to the gym and they'll just keep working their chest and working their chest. Then they go and they sit down for 8 hours and they're in this position. So that puts them at a really high risk for injury. Once again, the shoulders, the neck, the low back. So these opening exercises, the first one that Reggie showed you, it's just absolutely fantastic while you're at your desk or when you're not at your desk, you know. So
another one I have. You can take this same tubing. You can wrap it around a desk or a leg of a chair or anything that's stable. I have a desk here that the computer is sitting on. So all I'm doing is creating a row. So I'm just pulling back. Okay? The stress goes into the band, so you don't have to worry about damaging whatever you have this hooked to. So I just pull, and I can hold for a few seconds and then release it. You know, if I want to create more tension, I step back a little bit. Pull back, hold, and release.
Once again, super fantastic. You see Reggie's biceps moving, the muscles in the front. You see his back. It's like you said, his rhomboids, his lats, his mid-trap. This is all counteracting this, you know. And once we open this up, then, you know, we're talking about longevity. We do this stuff so you're healthy for your entire life. It's just not for now or I'm going to have big muscles. You won't. It's just keeping you going so that you don't end up with chronic problems. Shoulder bursitis, neck problems, arthritis of the neck, of the shoulder, of the rib cage, stuff like that. So that's to keep you well.
Yeah, and you made a good point. These exercises are not going to get you in shape. All right? I don't want to mislead anybody. This is just to help you with some of the posture issues that we see, some of the low back pain, some of the just all the things that having a sedentary job kind of start to make it
absolutely
happen. You know, so that's all we're trying to show you here. You have anything for like shoulders?
Yeah, you know, shoulders is a great thing. We can take this band again. We can do. There's so much you can do with the band. Once again, you can wrap this around your table again. But I'm going to step on it. All right, so I'm going to step on this band just with my feet. I know you can't see this, but just with my feet. And you know, you can do a basic front raise and a lateral raise. If I take the band with my thumb up and I come up just about, you know, shoulder distance apart, parallel to the ground, and come down, you know, I'm activating my shoulders. If I come out to the side as well, I can do the same thing, you know, and once again, you can vary the band. If you need a little bit stronger, a little bit not strong, you just loosen up on your foot, or you tighten it up, you just step on it. Okay, simple, easy. Get the anterior, middle, and rear deltoids with some of that action. You know,
fantastic. So you know, there's we listed 3-4 exercises that you can do right there at your desk. That while you're sitting down, you know, I didn't get into any standing movements, you know, like squats or you know some lunges or anything like that. But this is something that you can do while you're on a conference call.
Exactly.
You know, how many times are you on a call and you're really not saying anything? You're just kind of sitting there. You can kind of work these movements as long as you're paying attention, obviously, on the call. But you know, it can become something that, you know, every hour or every you know, however so often you just do this. You know, so
set a timer. You know, set a timer, and even if you don't have the band or whatever, you're just, like we said before, pulling your shoulders back. It's a good start. Get your body used to the endurance of these muscles that are made to keep us upright. And stop doing this.
Absolutely.
Right. Cool.
All right, guys. Thanks.